Hey, what up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you with the news that Arnold Schwarzenegger has been announced for WWE 2K16. Honestly, in my mind, I think this is a pretty cool thing of news that hopefully will be passed around to the video game community out there. But when it comes down to it, I don't really believe that they're going to sell any more copies of the video game that they're already going to do. I know that this is some good publicity for WWE and its video game right now, because of the fact that last week with the Hulk Hogan news, they had to do a press release basically saying that Hulk Hogan was being pulled from the video game and he was no longer going to be featured in the game at all. Basically, WWE has scrubbed him from all things that were going down with, merchandise, figures, upcoming WWE Network things, the WWE's tour of Australia, just basically all ties with Hulk Hogan have been pulled. I don't really know how much you're going to be able to do with Arnold Schwarzenegger and how many wrestling fans are really going to want to wrestle as, Arnold Schwarzenegger, or it looks like they're basically portraying him as the Terminator. I knew that when WWE announced that Arnold Schwarzenegger was going to be into the Hall of Fame, WWE and the, Team Arnold, as well as, the Terminator movie that just came out that honestly sort of sounds like it sort of bombed. I don't know if it was a bad movie. It just sounds like it didn't really make much money because nobody really went out and saw it. But Terminator came out in the 80s, Terminator 2 came out in the 90s. I know that they made a Terminator 3 that had the same problem. Just it was a really cool movie, but just when it came out, nobody really went and saw it. So Terminator 4 that came out so many years later, I know that had a ton of effects of trying to use Arnold from the first Terminator fighting himself in this Terminator 4. It just came out, I think, at the wrong point of the year, and there was too many other movies that were out to go see it. Things that I relate to this as Arnold being in the 2K16 video game is, Shaquille O'Neal has been in a ton of video games over the years. He was a part of Ready to Rumble. He was a unlockable character in a UFC game a little while ago. Michael Jackson has been in, I think he was in that Ready to Rumble game with Shaquille O'Neal as well, which was big news back in the day. But one of the all-time favorites for unlockable characters was NBA Jam. You played that game, there was thousands of different, combo things you could do with the typing in the names and birthdays to unlock characters as like Bill Clinton, Al Gore, the people that made the game. They sort of had aliens that you could play as. So I think that it's cool that you can unlock this and you can be able to play with it, but when it comes down to it, I don't think anybody's going to be going out and buying, or I guess in order to get them, you have to pre-order 2K16 in order to get it. But this all comes down to Arnold being inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. Triple H coming out with the Terminator effects for his match against Sting at WrestleMania 31, the sit-down interview between Arnold and Triple H on the network, and all of the commercials they did with the Terminator movie on Monday Night Raw, just really trying to publicize, trying to make that Terminator getting the effects of being on Monday Night Raw with all of the people that watch it, and as well as that WrestleMania weekend, getting hyped to see the Terminator movie that really didn't have the effects of what you thought it was going to be. So we'll see what it does, but Arnold's going to be in 2K16. Pretty cool.